So it's my birthday today. Happy birthday to me, I guess. It's so weird. The older I get, it's not that it's sad. It's just, I wish that I could give advice to kids and that they would actually listen. But I know what it's like to be a kid and not to listen to the advice that the older people give you. But if I could, I would just tell them just to not take it for granted, and to cherish every moment of being a child, being a kid, being a teenager, because you don't get that back. And you can say, oh, well, I'll never grow up, or I'll always be like this. Well, the simple fact is that you could always act like that, I did for many years. But for one, once you become an adult, it is not looked at as a positive thing. It's immature, and it is not okay. And you will start to feel that as well as you grow older, unless you're like fucked up or something. You will start to understand that, like, okay, I am no longer looking at like females that are in their teens, because I'm an adult now. If you still have those thoughts, there's something wrong with you. Or like, okay, I should be dressing a little bit different now, or like talking a little bit different now. Like those things, it just happens. It naturally happens, again, unless you're fucked up. So when it does happen, you can like fight it if you want. And that's one thing that I did. And I did that because my childhood was stolen from me, and it was a difficult time in my life. And when I got a little bit older, I didn't want to let it go, because I wanted to have those times that I wasn't able to have. But the thing is that I was never going to, and I just didn't know how to accept that they were over. Like, I didn't get to graduate high school at a high school and walk with my class. No, I got kicked out of school. I ended up graduating, but in, not a school. So I did get my diploma, but not in a high school. So, I missed out on that. I didn't get to go to prom. I did a lot of my childhood rights and like things that normally happen for kids, I didn't get to experience. And I held on to that for many, many years, thinking like that I could still somehow live it. But I was never going to be able to. It was already over. I just couldn't accept it. I didn't know how to. I didn't have the skills. I didn't have the awareness. I wasn't mature enough. And I didn't have anybody to show me the way either. Not making an excuse, but that's important as well. So I did it all on my own, and I figured it out on my own. And that's why it's taken me a little bit longer than it would for, say, a person that's got a regular life with good parenting skills that by their parents to show them, like, I don't know, just a bunch of things that come into play. But so as I get older every year, it's just like damn, it's not a bad thing, because I really am enjoying coming into my own maturity and becoming an adult that is so it's bittersweet, I'll put it that way. I'm enjoying who I am becoming, but I'm saying farewell to somebody that never got to live, and I have to let that person go, and that's hard. Nobody should ever be stripped, have years of their life stripped away, or things like prom, or just being able to talk to your parents about your girlfriends or your boyfriends maybe, or not being able to have anybody to confide in. Whoa, bro, holy fuck, that was a nice car. Oh my god. Holy shit, I almost want to go chase that down. That was No, it's too fast. That was a Lamborghini, but it was like foil green, just like a lime, but like foilish, and just woo! That was on point. Holy shit, I've never seen a fucking Lambo like that. And I worked in Bellevue for a minute, fucking painting $1 million condos, and every other car was a freaking Lambo or a Ferrari or, you know, like this or that. Like it was normal for them out there. Bellevue is one of the richest cities in America, if you don't know. It's over by Seattle. I was like nothing. I see them every day. I eventually had to get used to it, you know, and I stopped dropping my jaw, you know, so much. But that was just like a shock. Like hearing Gresham, yeah, right? What the hell are you doing here? Where are you from? You lost, buddy? Anyways, so yeah, I just wanted to talk a minute, right? Because it's my birthday, so I can talk if I want to. It's my birthday, and I'll talk if I want to. Yeah. I would really like it if the kids would call me, but I have this gut feeling that they, so this is the last thing that I wanted to talk about. And I realized that this is probably going to get a lot of people's opinions, which I'm sorry not to be rude, but I just don't care about when it comes to this topic. Only because unless you were with somebody in the relationship for the duration of their relationship, I really don't feel like an outsider's opinion counts because you weren't there, you know what I mean? And that goes for my opinion for somebody else's relationship. I was with Rachel for 5 years and nobody else, you know? So unless I didn't know that there was another person, you know, living with us at the same time every single day besides the kids, man, I'd be real dumb if that was the case. But when you do your best in a relationship and you do good for the kids that are not biologically yours, and say, so if she had just been honest with me and said, I've fallen out of love with you, I've been unfaithful, I've been cheating, and I want to leave. Yes, that would have hurt, of course. But I would have respected the fuck out of that so much more than what she chose to do, and tried to blame me for stupid things, and just not being able to own up to her own bullshit and just take responsibility for the way she was feeling and what she was doing and why she was leaving, instead of putting the blame on me and somebody that didn't deserve it. That's just wrong. And knowing my whole past and knowing how afraid I was of that exact thing happening, and knowing how she affected the rest of my life because of it. So with all that, now I'm an overthinker, obviously. And that's not necessarily my fault. That's definitely an outcome of my circumstances that I've dealt with my entire life, okay? So that's just what happens to me now. I overthink everything. I analyze it to the death. But so I understand that not everybody does that, but it's still like you can try a little bit, you know, to just do a little bit of common sense thinking. So for her birthday, when she left me, not only did I freestyle a little stupid poem on here, you can still find the video if you look it up, it's dumb, but I did that, and I wanted to make sure that I let her, you know that I wanted to wish her a happy birthday, and I tried to make it as special as I could, even though she didn't want anything to do with me or whatever, you know. You know how it is when you're heartbroken. Maybe you don't, but then the kids' birthdays, I've always tried to reach out to them as well. I still have a letter for Revan that was supposed to be really special, and still could be, if only I could give it to him. You know, like I was just saying, when you've tried your best and you've done good for them, and if she had just been honest with me, so this breakup could have been just an easy, like, hey, it happens. That's natural. Sometimes it just happens like that, right? People just grow apart, right? So that's a breakup that could be understood and doesn't have to go into what it did, be cruel and just horrible, and break the person's heart and make them feel like shit, like, especially as somebody with the past like mine, like I was saying. So it didn't have to be like that, and because of that, you could have had an easy relationship still going on in the future with, like, letting me see the kids, because I'd earned it, and I deserved it, and for her to just take them away and be like, they're not yours, was wrong. I don't care what anybody says about it, like, she expected me to love them like they were my own for the time that I was with her, and I did, not because she expected me to, because I fell in love with them too, like, I experienced that as well, and I tried, and I did my best, and I made mistakes, but everybody does, and to not let me be a part of their lives is one thing, but it's so easy for her to be like, you know what, today it's Jake's birthday, and since I'm the mother and I'm the adult, I should be the adult and engage these things. She could easily call the kids and remind them that it's my birthday and say, like, hey, I bet Jake would really love to hear from you guys, because she knows that I would. She knows that. She doesn't need me to tell her that. She will know that for the rest of her life. But right now, it's more on her, I would think, to just, that's all you have to do. You don't even have to fucking talk to me. You don't have to call me. I don't need to hear from your bitch ass. That shady ass bitch, that all the fucking bullshit she's done to me. I don't need to hear from her, but she could easily do that and just tell the kids, like, I bet it would make his day. I know it would make his day. Why don't you guys give him a call? And I'm sure that they wouldn't mind either, unless they hate me for some reason, which I just don't see happening. But they're not going to just remember on their own that it's my birthday or whatever, and by the time they watch these videos, it'll probably be months later, if not at all, like, I don't know. I just think that it wouldn't be hard to just be fair to somebody that loved you and tried, regardless of the outcome. And also, another big factor is the fact that I've helped her numerous times since we broken up. She's called me and just fucked me over. And shame on me, I know, because I obviously allowed it by continuing to say, yes, I'll help you. Yes, I'll help you. But I don't know how a sane person wouldn't in those circumstances. Calling me up at, 10 o'clock at night, freezing her ass off, been dropped off down on Marine Drive, one of the most dangerous parts of Marine Drive too, freezing cold, just with nothing. Like, how would anybody that has a heart just hang up the phone? I couldn't do that to her. So I helped her, and I helped her, and I helped her, and I helped her, and she stepped on me, and she stepped on me, and the last time, it just was absolutely unreal how low she fucking finally went. I just couldn't believe it. To lie to me the entire time, to let that motherfucker in my house while I was sleeping, to steal from me, and then to record me after I go fucking loc and try to run the fucking asshole over, recording me like I'm some lunatic. No, bitch, you made me this way. You fucked it. You just did me so fucking dirty. Like, I can't comprehend that. Like, I'm in this guy's spare bedroom. He's done all these things for me after I've treated him the way that I have, still never even given him the truth or a decent fucking apology. And yet he's helping me again. But yet I'm going to again stab him in the back. The worst I've done it yet since I've left. And not give a fuck. Hey Jake, thanks. Thanks for your help. Like, wow. And it's not easy to have to be there for your ex when she's heartbroken over the guy she left you for, and you're still heartbroken over her. That's hard. You know, that takes a certain kind of somebody, I think. And I didn't have to do that for her. But because I cared about her, because I loved her, I wasn't going to just all of a sudden be cruel to her because she had been cruel to me. That's not what love is. I know I had done a few things that were messed up after she left me, but that was... yeah. I was out of pure insanity. I've never felt like that before. So I still tried. I still wanted to show her that I was there for her. And she never was there for me, though. I was there for her countless times. If I had called her and said, hey, I'm stranded in the middle of nowhere, she wouldn't have even answered her phone. So, I mean, it is what it is, but it just wouldn't. It would make my day to hear from them, the kids. I wish I could, but it's not gonna break my spirit, or you're not gonna see me in that victim mentality anymore. I know that I'm kind of complaining right now, and I still think I kind of have a right to get this out. I think that anybody that's human might be able to relate or understand what I'm saying. This isn't meaning like, oh, pity me, or I'm gonna mope around for my birthday. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to explain things, okay? So I still care about her, even though I just called her a bitch, because she is a bitch, and she chose to be a bitch, and that's... So you're a bitch. Sky's blue, okay? I'm gonna say sky's blue, okay? So yeah. So whether or not I hear from anybody today on my birthday, I'm still gonna try and enjoy it, because every year that I get older, I miss the years that I was younger, and I don't want to look back someday and be like, well, you wasted that birthday. What's the point? Just make the most out of everything you can, and live each day like it is your last. Because if you do it that way, then you don't waste as much time. You cherish the smells, the sounds of the birds, just being here, being a part of this once in a eternity time experience, being human. I never thought that I would ever respect life or cherish it, but I do now, and I'm very thankful to be alive, even though life has been hell and hard as fuck. But that's okay, because it's made me strong as fuck too. And I have a good heart, and I'm proud of myself for that, because I should probably be a serial killer or something by now with the shit that I've been through, but I'm not. I don't want to use what I've been through as an excuse to be a piece of shit. I want to use it to help people that are going through similar things that I've been through, because I know that I can. That's what a good man should do. And I take pride in that. And I try every single day to be the best person I can be. So, that's that. This was all over the place. I'm sorry. But hey, it's my birthday. I have the right to do whatever I want. Ramble on, and you don't have to watch if you don't want to, but I appreciate if you have. I would appreciate one of these. Come on, at least for my birthday, right? Yeah. So, thanks for listening. I hope you guys have a great day, and stay safe. Kids, if you're watching, I love you, even if you don't call. I hope you're okay. You can call me anytime, though. If you ever need me, I'll be here. Don't forget that. Later.